Hi everyone, I'm sorry I got cut off in the last video. So this is the continuation of IP1 for week 5. We were looking at imagine that you're choosing a fabric for a 6 to 10-year-old girl's blouse for a company that sells to mass market retailers. So it's not a couture assignment, okay? You're selling to the mass market. It's going to be sold at maybe Macy's, Bloomingdale's, etc. So we let off as what fabric would you select and why? From seersucker, embossed seersucker, and plissé. Tell me why. Why would you choose that fabric? For example, you might say, I selected this fabric because, is it because it's comfortable, the cost, because of its permanent effect, or semi-permanent effect, or the way it washes, or it's environmentally friendly? Justify your answer, however that may be, okay? And you fill it in one of the boxes. Fill it in the box where it falls under, okay? So if it's embossed seersucker, you can put it under that one. It doesn't matter, just as long as you state which one it is. B, is it more or less expensive or time consuming to produce? Well, when you learned about structural and applied, then it told you if it's more expensive or less expensive and why. So do that. Okay, tell me if it's, for example, a structural process, maybe it's more expensive because it's done at the beginning of the process versus at the end of the process, or maybe it's a very slow production. Give me the reasoning why. Why is it less expensive or more time consuming to produce? C, is the texture permanent, semi-permanent, or not permanent? If it falls under more than one of these options, justify your answer. The texture is permanent because why? Or the texture is permanent, that's fine. But if it's semi-permanent or permanent, then why? Why would it be one or the other? Is it because you have a fiber, heat-resistant fibers? I'm sorry, I was listening to the video in the background. Is it fibers? Is it fire-resistant, heat-resistant fibers, and that's why it lasts longer? Are they using waxes or resins? What is making it more or less permanent? D, does the process leave the fabric weak or off grain? The process either leaves it off grain or not, and you're going to read about that in the chart, so you can go by that, or you can see what you've learned in the book. Then E, which of these considerations are the most important to the customer or the person purchasing or caring for her clothing? Remember, somebody's doing the washing. Do they want something that's going to wash out after they buy it, or that something that's going to fall apart? Do they want a more permanent structure for their kid? If it uses chemicals, is that an issue? So keep all that in mind, and of course fill that in. Seeing that the texture is permanent, the customer would appreciate this considering the higher cost that they are paying, or maybe it's for a child who's younger, so it being permanent doesn't matter since they're not going to wear it for long, or I don't like the chemicals, whatever the case may be. So this is the end for the seersucker, the plissé, and I forgot number 111, which is the embossed seersucker. Hopefully this video will help explain this further for you. Thank you and have a good week.